Welcome to the Bison Brothers Basketball Podcast, your number one home for all things Bison basketball. I'm your host, Chip Washington, the self-appointed Bison basketball fanatic.
Yo, what's up, Bison Nation, Bison family? This is your boy, Brian B. Smooth, boasting still the lover of all things Howard and the lover of all things basketball, always repping the Mecca one bucket at a time. Chip, looking forward to this show today, man. You know, you've been getting me in my feelings recently with some of these episodes because you like to go deep into the program and figure out what's going on. And, you know, we talk to coaches, we're talking to some of the coaches of coaches and the players, but I'm excited because we're talking to some of our newest recruits. And today we're going to meet one of our new favorite hosts and guests on here. We're going to get him back here to talk with us as he gets into school here. So I'm excited. I'm excited about this interview coming up.
Indeed. And before we get to the interview, I want to continue to remind Bison Nation, donate and support these programs, the Dream Factory, the Championship Culture. You can donate in so many ways. You can donate to the NIL Collective. It's the Mecca Society. You can do that by going to the meccasociety.org. You can also donate to the athletics department at hubison.com. You can give directly to the athletic department and through the Bison Express Booster Club. And as always, please continue to tell everybody about this podcast. You can hear us anywhere on YouTube. You can hear us on Spotify, on Apple, and you can interact with us on Instagram at Bison Brothers Basketball. So continue to tell everybody about the podcast. Subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button, tell everybody, comment, tell everybody about the episode, comment on the episode, do it all. Spread the word about the Bison Brothers Basketball Podcast because we're here for you, Bison Nation, and we want to hear from you. So today, like B Smooth said, this is our inaugural new recruit, new team member interview. So we want to welcome to the stage. We got Mr. Jeremiah Johnson, who will be graduating from Bullis High School in Potomac, Maryland. He is a 6'3" shooting guard from the 2025 class. Jeremiah had a minimum of 3 offers. He could probably tell us if he had more, but Howard University, Green Bay, and one of our normal opponents, Mount St. Mary. So Jeremiah comes to us from Bullis High School in Maryland and plays club basketball for Wisconsin Playground Club. In the 2023-2024 season, Johnson was a part of a standout Bullis squad that achieved a 27-3 record, securing the number 11 spot in Max Prep's national preseason rankings. He also played for Marquette University High School in Milwaukee, where he led that team to a state championship. He plays both shooting guard and point guard positions for the Bulldogs. He is known for his versatility, and Johnson contributes significantly on both ends of the court. And at the Mecca, he plans to major in sports medicine. And one cool thing, Bison Nation, if you remember, in episode 6, way back when Jeremiah had just committed to Howard, we did our own mini preview, and this is kind of what we had to say about Jeremiah, which we thought would be appropriate to play now.
You know, I think in terms of the Coach Blakeney player profile, which, you know, if we get him on the program, I definitely kind of want to ask him, like, what does he look for when he is recruiting players? But I like that, Jeremiah said he wanted to live a life of purpose while excelling in basketball and academics. And so while I guess as to the type of player that Coach Blakeney likes, he seems to fit right in, you know, with the Dream Factory, you know, the emphasis on social justice and, you know, your truth and service and the academic, you know, institution, it's like he slides right in that mode. So pretty excited.
He sounds like a Howard man to me. I'm just saying. All right. If I didn't hear any more, I'd be like, yeah, it sounds like somebody should be at Howard. So yeah, shout out to Howard University, training for leadership. That's what we do.
So without further ado, and after that great intro for Mr. Jeremiah Johnson, we're going to bring him on in the only way that we know how, Bison Nation, with a nice Showtime entrance. Give it up for Jeremiah Johnson. Oh, you're going to love this in the bird, Jeremiah.
Hey.
Yes. Welcome. So, man, we're really excited. As you can see, we were excited way back when you committed, and still as excited now to have you on the show. Can't wait to see you get to campus and enjoy campus life and enjoy getting on the team. So we just really thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Indeed.
Yeah, Jeremiah, we still think you sound like a Howard guy to us. So I'm glad that it's still the case. And before we jump into the interview, once again, congratulations on your high school graduation. Big time.
Thank you.
Big time. So Chip, man, you know, if you know a little bit about some of us, Jeremiah, Chip and I graduated from Howard. That's what makes us really excited about talking to the new recruits, because we are alums of Howard University, and we happen to love sports too. So this is a natural way for us to spend some time just supporting the program a different way. And so today, when we get to meet you, we obviously want to make sure Bison Nation gets to know Jeremiah, you know, the player, the person, obviously the latest Bison. We call him Baby Bison. It's no disrespect, but we want to make sure people know our latest Baby Bison and what you have in store for us. So we want to make sure we get to learn a little bit more about you today. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That's cool. So Chip, you always have some good questions to get us going, man. What's up today?
So Jeremiah, we'll start you out with a broad question. Just tell Bison Nation about your basketball journey. Like, when did you first fall in love with basketball? And when did you know, I'm that dude, I could go far in this game?
I think for me, starting off like when I was 3 to 4 years old at the YMCA, basketball has been in my blood. Growing up, my dad, he played basketball. My uncle played basketball. My brothers played basketball. So basketball has been like a family thing. And just growing around my brothers, playing outside on Sunday evenings, just playing out in the backyard, I felt like that's like when I really found my love for basketball. I'm just also watching Brandon Jennings. I'm from the Milwaukee area. So when he played for Milwaukee Bucks, watching Brandon Jennings play and do the things he did for the Milwaukee Bucks. And then like frequently when I found out like I knew like I could go far in this and I love the game, I feel like there were spurts, to be honest with you. I feel like 8th grade, I realized like I could really do something in this. But in recent times, like junior year is like when it really picked up after Coach Blakeney and the Howard staff like gave me my offer. They were my first Division I offer, and they showed interest in me from the start. I was just like, I can really go far in this. And now we're here. Happy to call the Mecca my home. Happy to be a part of the Dream Factory as well. And just so grateful for those guys to give me opportunity.
Okay.
I love that. So 2 to 3 years old, you fell in love with basketball?
Yeah. So my mom always told me options. She always wanted me to be versatile. So she always told me like, you can play 2 sports, but one of them has to be swim. And I love swimming. Like that has my heart. But with swimming basketball for boys, especially being in the same season, like winter, especially in Wisconsin, swimming basketball in winter. So I had to pick. And basketball has just been there for me since day one. And sad I had to put swimming away, but just has always been basketball. And yeah.
I love that, man. Now you spent some time in Wisconsin, and you just recently wrapped up in Potomac. Tell us a little bit about that transition, man. What was different about playing in Wisconsin versus maybe playing in Maryland?
So that transition, so that was my junior year. So last year, my junior year, I went to Marquette University High School in Milwaukee. We won our first ever state championship. And that team, we had 10 seniors, and I was the only junior that played. So we had probably, I think, 3 juniors and then 1 sophomore, and the rest were seniors. We had like 11 seniors, something crazy like that. And out of the
Wow.
starting lineup, I was the only, like, quote unquote underclassman. I was like the only underclassman that played. So come in looking after that, I was like, I know I'm not gonna really run it back. I have an opportunity to two-peat. So just also getting better. And we found the Bullis School, obviously, and they had a national schedule. We have a lot of great guys up here. We have our center, he's going to UConn. We have a guard that's going to Marquette. Like, if you look at our roster, 6 out of the 7 people that played are all Division I players. So
Mm.
just out here, just sharpening iron, like iron sharpens iron. I'm a firm believer of that. So coming out here was probably the best decision I ever made. Best decision my mom allowed me to make. It was a group decision, but she let me lead with my faith, and she just hopped on and accepted the change. And I'm very grateful for her to allow this to happen. But that was pretty much like the main reason why I left Milwaukee. But the main difference between the DMV and Milwaukee, I would say, is just DMV is just the capital of high school basketball. Like,
Mm.
in Wisconsin, I felt like we were slept on. I still feel like there's a lot of people in Milwaukee who are slept on. Don't get me wrong, but out here it's just a different brand of basketball. Like my Marquette team, we had 2 Division I athletes, and I just told y'all my Bullis team, we had 6 Division I athletes. Should be 7, but one he just wanted to go to college for college and live that life.
Mm.
But you come out here, we playing teams who have people going to Duke. Like one of our losses this year was to number 1 ranked team Columbus. They have the Boozer twins,
Mm.
Richardson. So we're playing against freak athletes, freak of natures. People are probably going to the NBA. So that's just probably the biggest difference from Milwaukee to the DMV is just the level of competition and level of greatness. I feel like that the DMV has is just 1-to-1, and I feel like they really are the capital of high school basketball.
I love that. Love that. And I guess just a real quick follow up then is with the ability to play against some more athletic competition, freaks of nature as you call them.
Yeah.
What do you think grew most about your game? Like, what do you think grew most about your game?
I really feel like the thing that grew most is just my ability to adapt into physicality, but also being resilient. Coming
Mm.
out here, Coach Kelly, who's our coach at the Bullis School, he told me from the jump, like, you come here, you're not going to be the guy. He's like, are you sure you want to leave an environment where you're going to be the guy? Because if I would have stayed at Marquette, I would have been the guy who would have been my team. He just kept it honest from the jump, telling me, like, I'm not going to start. I'm going to have to work for everything. But then from the start of the season to seeing like my progress now, I feel like the main thing is just my confidence, really seeing like things click for me, and that just make me more excited for the future. I feel like because at Marquette, there's a lot of like in-house things. There's a lot of things they didn't want me to do as of just being African American male in this society. They kind of put me in a box, kind of shelter me. But out here, Bruce Kelly, he just let me do my thing, and my teammates let me play my game. And I feel like just my confidence level at the end of the season is just I'm at a high right now and just feel confident in my abilities. So I'll say that's probably the thing that just shocks me the most coming out here.
Love it. I love it. Love it.
Hearing about your experiences, I guess at both Marquette and Bullis, were there any defining moments at either Bullis or Marquette that really shaped who you are as a player today?
To be honest, I think there's 2 from like there's one for each situation. At Marquette, my sophomore year, I started. Um, there was a lot of talk about like in the area of me being one of the top freshmen, top sophomores in the state of Wisconsin, and just at Marquette they wouldn't let me blossom to who I really wanted to be. So I faced a lot of doubt, a lot of negativity. I'm going to my sophomore year and through my sophomore year, there was like one point I remember at the end of the sophomore season, like I truly didn't really want to play basketball again, just like the toxicity and negativity
Mm.
that went on at that school. But like a monumental thing that helped me get through that was obviously my family, but a father figure and mentor. His name is Markel Thompson. He passed away in June of I think 2023 or yeah, June of 2023. He passed away. But like that moment, it was the last day of school. Last day of school was like May. It was like a Thursday. And I saw him like lifeless. He had an episode at school where like he pretty much died in the school building, and they brought him back to life. I saw him lifeless, and he's a father figure to me. And I remember our last conversation. We had a 30-minute conversation like on the Friday, like a week before his episode. He told me he's proud of me and just believe in myself, and I can do anything I put my mind to. And specifically, he told me like go out there like this next year, my junior year, just go shock the world and go win a state championship. And he told me like he believed in me. Like I said to him, that it's just like he didn't know it was gonna be our last conversation. I didn't know it was gonna be last conversation, but like I just live by the motto, just like forever make him proud. That was like one of the last things he said to me. And just knowing that like my junior year, my trajectory to this finding love for the game again and winning a state championship, and then coming out here, winning a state championship back to back. My mom likes to say she doesn't really know a lot of people who can get back to back in 2 different states. But I think the shocker for me out here was when adversity hit. I really wasn't playing a lot to start the season. We had a lot of talent on the team, obviously. So just navigating through that. But I feel like similar to like what with Blake this year is just like when that opportunity arises, it's gonna be who's gonna step up. And we had a lot of people go down with injury, and my number got called. And after that, I didn't really look back. I blossomed. Coach Kelly and my teammates let me blossom into the player I am right now. Just let my confidence just grow and grow. And to allow us to win a state championship out here, probably great. It was both schools' first time winning a state championship in either environment. So just glad to be a part of that. But I feel like those are the two defining moments for me in my high school career that helped me shape me to be the man and the player I am right now is Mr. Thompson, and then just the adversity this year I faced to the happy ending that we had.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's when you facing adversity and responding to it, that's how you grow into adulthood. So that's pretty profound. So thanks for sharing that. Thanks for sharing that. And I guess as you lead into the kind of the Bullis situation, and like I said, maybe not playing a lot in the beginning, how would you describe, I guess, the strengths to your game and the areas that you need to work on?
Strengths, I feel like I can really shoot the ball well, but also like besides that, I take pride on defense. I love defense. I feel like I'm long, so just getting the gaps. And I have a lot of energy. My coach Kelly told me like I have a lot of energy and I gotta use it. So just being out there 94 feet and just really getting into people. I feel like when I'm like 100% on defense, that evolves my game to the offensive side. A lot of people I feel like to lead on offense and then things will get going on defense. But for me, I feel like when I'm going and doing what I need to do on defense, that just picks up my game to another level and opens up my offense even more. Things I probably need to get work on, obviously, is my weight and strength. I'm thin, but I don't really let that stop me. I feel like I can really bump and play with the best of the best, even though I'm thin. But obviously, just getting stronger. I've been tackling that this off season since our season ended with my trainer, Coach West. We have a goal. Hopefully, we accomplish the goal, or just do better than the goal. The goal is get me around 170 before the season. So that's gonna be a tough goal, but at the end of the day, it's gonna happen. So we just gotta make it happen. So I feel like that's the number one thing is just strength, but also just not letting anyone take my confidence away. I feel like in this world, a lot of people can take your confidence away, but the more you don't let them take your confidence away, the more dominant and versatile you're going to be. So I feel like those are the two things I just need to get work on.
Okay. And if you ever go back and see, we have it loaded up now, but I probably won't play it. But when we first talked about you, we did notice. I said, he's 6'3". I said, but it's like 150.
Yeah.
So I was like, he's kind of thin. But we started laying out all of the players who were thin but still great, like KD and Wimbayana, and we even have there was a guy that used to play for Howard called Steve Settle.
Yes, sir.
And and so we were like, hey, just being thin is not a bad thing. So
no, but if all else fails, we'll put some rocks in your pocket so you'll be heavy. I love that. I love it. So go ahead, Chip.
I was gonna say it kind of going into your game mentality. What would you say your mentality is when the game is on the line, or maybe put another way, like how do you handle pressure moments? You know, tight game, big crowd. How you facing those things?
To be honest, it might like sound like cliche, but like to me, I just look at it as like it's basketball. It's something I've been doing my whole life, pretty much. Obviously, I'm gonna be nervous. Obviously, there's gonna be nerves going on, but I'm like a firm believer. Like my nerves really kick in at the start of the game. So like once I do something positive, I feel like the nerves really go away, and you just really settle into basketball. But also just having faith in God. I feel like when you have God on your side, nothing else can take over. It's you and God. But my mom and family say like feel like when the championship or like games online, they see a different mode of me. They said, especially in high school, they said like I went to state twice and we won twice. So they said like come playoff time, they see a different shift, different like aura or vibe to my game. And mom was like, why can't you always play like that every game? Like what's going on? Like you play so great in playoffs. Like not saying you don't play great the rest of the season, but like this is a different thing. Like you gotta play like that all the time. I'm like, to be honest, I don't really know. Like I don't really know like really what goes on to it. It's just the will to win. I feel like it's like be killed or get killed, to be honest. So I feel like when you have the mindset of just like not wanting to lose, and I don't like losing. So just to say that like I haven't really lost. My last time losing in March was my sophomore year. And not a lot of people can say that. So when you look at that, it just feels like I feel like it's me and God. And when it's that, no one can really conquer or take me down.
So what you're telling me is the Golden State Warriors have playoff Jimmy. Now the Howard Bison got playoff Jeremiah. Is that what we're saying? We got playoff Jeremiah?
That's what my mom would say. But to her, I'm really trying to work on just being dominant throughout
All the time.
Season. I feel
I
like
love that.
once that kicks in, hopefully great things will keep happening for me. But at the end of the day, without God, like it's not gonna happen. So you just gotta stay strong with faith and believe that everything else will work out.
Love it.
Hey,
Love it.
Shout out to mom. Mom knows best. Playoff
That's
Jeremiah.
Right. Playoff Jeremiah said, "Can't you do that all the time?" I love it. I love it. I love it.
We might have to work. We have to work on a nickname. Do you have any? What do they call it? You got any nicknames on the court?
They just call me JJ. Like I have a joke. Like so, me and one of my close friends, we joke around. Like we call ourselves like I'm older, so I call myself Showtime. He calls himself Baby Showtime. Like that's like a joke we had on the team this year. But normally people just call me JJ. I don't really like getting into that. Like unless like I know you and it's trolls, like you can call me Showtime or something like that. But JJ or just Jeremiah for me, for real.
I like it.
Got it.
I like it. I like it. See, so here's the deal. I'm excited that you chose Howard, but we also heard in the intro you had a couple of other offers. So tell us why Howard after considering all the options you had to play basketball.
To be honest, it was just like, why not Howard? When I talked to my family, mentors, and coaches, they always knew, like, my mom instilled in me, like, education is first, always. You're a student before you're an athlete. And not saying, like, all the other schools that recruited me, their education wasn't good, but, like, when you look at Howard, you look at the alums. Like, during the time, like, before I committed, Vice President Kamala Harris was going to run for president. Like, that was, like, one of the number one alums at the time. We have Chadwick Boseman. We have a lot of great alums. So it was just like, why not Howard? But also, like when we put the basketball piece away, one of my coaches, he talked to me, he sat me down. He was like, not trying to say like you'll get hurt or anything, but say you get hurt and like, do you see yourself at this school, or are you just going to the school for basketball? And I was like, looking at other schools, like I don't really see myself there. But how I saw myself there. Then in the basketball piece, just like I said at the beginning, Coach Blakeney, Coach Todd, Coach Steve, Coach Todd, just really believe in me and give me an opportunity. It just gave me hope into this game, for me, just family feel. So the basketball aspect, it was just perfect for me, being also it was just like, why not? And when you look at best of both worlds, Howard's the best of both worlds, especially at that in this community.
I love that. Best of both worlds. So on or off the court, you're at home. You're at home.
Yes, sir.
I like that. So Chip, I know you always got to ask some questions about, you're gonna get him in trouble with his teammates already. I already know you're gonna ask him about.
Oh yeah, those are coming, but we'll still talk about the journey to Howard. Tell me a little bit about the pitch in terms of what did the coaches say to you in terms of what did they want you to bring? You know, what did they sell you in terms of your role next season or just, you know, for the next couple of seasons?
To be honest, like with Coach Blakeney, it was a lot of conversation with Coach Blakeney, and he just kept it 100 with me. Like I asked him, like, where does he see me playing? He's like, Jay, like, to be honest with you, it's what you make it. Like what you make it. He was like, I've played walk-ons. Walk-ons have started for me every year I've been at Howard. Like, and those are walk-ons. Like, no offense to walk-ons, but like when people look at walk-ons, you're like, okay, they're a walk-on. But like you giving walk-ons opportunity to play and to start, that shows me like there's no hidden gem to it. You're not gonna promise a different guy something else. It's open for everyone. And when you get the opportunity, you just gotta take advantage of it. So that's really what stuck with me. It was just like there's no promises here. Everyone's gonna have to work for it. It's gonna be open for everyone. Obviously, there's people in the program who've been there who like have a better chance than new people. But at the end of the day, if you work and you outshine them, it's gonna open up for you. So that's really what stuck out for me. Ben is also like I'm really big on like loyalty, but also just like relationships. And Howard's been recruiting me since my sophomore year. So Coach Blakeney and the coach that have been there through pretty much my whole high school journey. And they've been open and upfront with me from the start. And just like the little things that they do, just every little thing that they do is just great for me and just made me feel like home. And then like also my teammates, I'm like really close to a lot of them because I've been a part of the program for years. Just like being like that. Like when I came here, they were freshmen. I'm pretty excited. And watching them play at the are right now. Like I was here when I first came. Bryce was a freshman. We had Shay, freshman. That was when Elijah and all them. Howard go to where it is now. Everything that made me want to be here. Just see that Coach Blake needs to.
All right, wait a minute. I don't know if I'm hearing music in the background. Is anybody gonna go? So I'm gonna pause it again just so we can see. All right. So Jeremiah, tell me a little bit about the pitch. Like what did the coaches ask of you or say to you in terms of, you know, like what did they sell you and say, hey, this is what we want you to do when you get here?
To be honest, it wasn't like a pitch. I feel like Coach Blakeney, he was honest from the jump, to be honest. Like he sat me down. I was like, Coach, like, was there something I could do just like to make my mark when I first come? And he was like, to be honest, Jay, like I give everyone an opportunity. It doesn't matter if you're a 5 stars, 0 stars, or a walk-on. Like he broke it down to me. He was like, every year I've been here, I've started a walk-on. And like no offense to walk-ons, but like you look at walk-ons and they're like, you're not on scholarship and it's usually you're walked on the team because like of a favor or something like that. But just knowing that like you're giving a walk-on opportunity, so that means you're gonna give a freshman an opportunity to show what they can do. And that was really what stood out to me is because like I've been around places where they've given other players promises or open promises. And then like the hardworking people, they don't get the shine or they don't get the chance to shine. But like coming to Howard, he made very clear like I don't care that you're on scholarship. Like you're gonna have to work for everything, and everyone else gonna have to work. And obviously, like there's players who've been on the team for a long time or a few years, but like that shows me that like if I go in there and do what I need to do, like there's no open promises just because you're older than me or you've been on the team. It's whoever wants to work and whoever wants to get the opportunity and embrace opportunity and rise to it, they're gonna play. So that's really what stood out to me. It was just like you're gonna be able to play from the start.
Okay. And kind of speaking of your teammates or your future teammates, have you reached out to any of your new teammates, or do you kind of wait until you get to campus before y'all start the get to know you process?
Well, like the incoming freshmen, we have a group chat called the Fab Five or Rush Hour. We have a bunch of group chats with each other. We all met for the first time, I think, at freshman orientation. That was like the first time we all met. Mine is BJ. BJ had, I think, a tournament. He wasn't there. But we're all really close. Like I'm really close with Julian. Julian's probably the guy who started it all. Like I don't know how he did it. He found everyone, followed everybody, put us in the group chat. But he even made a group chat with like all the transfers, like all the transfers. Like we have a group chat with Ed, we have a group chat with Cam. So we have a lot of group chats going on for like the new guys, but it's just been great to talk to them, get to know them. Like obviously we follow each other on Instagram, and everyone seems excited just for what this team can do this year. But then also, like I've been around the program for a long time, so just watching Bryce and OC just grow into the players that they are has just been great. I've been around the program since my sophomore year. I think they were like freshmen, like fresh off the block. So like that was like when Shy, Elijah, Steve, like that's when all of them were still here. So just seeing like where Howard was from my sophomore year to now, it's just been great to watch them just blossom, and Coach Blakeney's idea and brand just really come into fruition. But yeah, I would probably say like we're all really close. Like I'm really close with Calvin. That's like our Midwest connection. Like that's really each other brother. Like that's my big brother for real. He's just been there for me since we met each other. Zay just been picking his brain. He's really funny. Like Zay, like he seems quiet, but he's hilarious. But great guys. Everyone's just excited to really get everything going for real. So just excited for that.
Okay. Brian, you want to kick in with your fun questions? I got a fun question, but I'll do it on the back of your fun question.
You sure?
I'm sure.
I got a few. So, because you've been playing in multiple states, kind of like Kevin Garnett is the last person that won a championship in Illinois and South Carolina back to back. So you joined some elite company there. But starting off, who would you say is the best trash talker you've ever played against?
Ooh. Best trash talker? I'll probably say, my guy Davion Hanna. He's from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'll probably say he's up there. There wasn't really a lot of players out in the DMV that like were talking trash. There's a lot of people who like obviously they have the stars, they have the name out here, so they feel like some type of way. Like in our Final Four game, we played DeMatha, we spanked DeMatha. I let Coach Blakeney already know about that. He didn't. Right after the game, he didn't pick up, but I saw him like 2 weeks later. I already let him know. We won by like 18, 15, something like that. We already spanked him. There was like one player, he's really good, Ash Minks, and I was guarding him like the whole game, and like probably one of the best shooters I've ever played against, one of the best shooters in the country. And he was like, I was guarding him, and he told the ref, he's like, "Hey ref, like he's grabbing me, like I'm the best shooter in the country, like that's the only way he can stop me." And I just looked at him like, whoa, like that's crazy. Like at this point he had 0 points. I'm like, that's crazy. But like there's a lot of people who have like their name out here, they feel some type of way. So that's probably like the craziest moment that happened this year. But Davion, I'll probably say, is probably the craziest person I played against. He says anything to anyone, anywhere, doesn't care. He'll say something. He said something to our coach. We played them in Missouri, actually. We played them in Missouri. And he said something to our coach. And then like he was going back at it with one of my teammates. I told my teammates, like, do not start with him. Like, because I already know how he gets, because like we're from the same area, so I know how he gets. And he looked at my team and said, "Look me up. I'm Bama. What are you? Like, where are you going to school?" Like, I was like, bro, Davion, like, chill out. Like, he just says anything, but he's really fun to play against. Just one of those freak of natures, freak athletes. But that's probably the craziest person I played against that talks trash.
I dig that. That's awesome, man. He said, "Don't start. Don't start."
Yeah, no.
So on game day, man, who you rocking on your playlist? Top 3 artists.
Oh, it changes. It changes. But like my go-to, like from 8th grade, from COVID, I probably number one is NBA YoungBoy. COVID. It's weird because like out here, my out here playlist, DMV playlist, Maryland playlist is different than what my Milwaukee, Wisconsin playlist was. So like coming out here, my teammates, the DMV, they feel like they got the best of everything. They got the best music. They feel like, so my teammate Oren, he put me on to throughout the day, but I would probably say NBA YoungBoy, and then everyone else is up in the air. But I feel like if it's good, I'm gonna listen to it. But yeah, definitely NBA YoungBoy.
Okay, just a couple of more, because you got me NBA YoungBoy. I got it. It's a good one right there. So you took me back a little bit. COVID so far back in the day, boy. That's back in the day. So here's the deal. Because Chip asked you this a little bit about your mentality, but you need to make a bucket. What's your go-to move to make a bucket?
Go-to move. I don't know. I just feel like, cause like I know myself, I'm not one of those that will like take a lot of dribbles to try to break someone down. But like when people ask me like on game online, like what are you gonna do, stuff like that, it's really for me is like the mindset, like what the team needs. If they need me to pass the ball or finish or go score. But I'll say like breakdown move, probably I'm fast. So if I get someone on like my hip, I feel like I'm gonna blow by them. So just like if they up on me, just use my quickness and just get to the rim or just get the game winning play or the game like saving play, whatever it takes.
Okay. See. So Chip has a move like that too. He has a hezzy move that if you don't watch him close enough, he'll be right by you. You're like, how did he get by me so fast? All right. So you're coming to Howard. We're currently in the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, MEAC. And because we pay attention to conference play, that's our way to get to the big dance if we win the championship. Who are you most excited to go head to head against in the MEAC?
Probably everyone, but like the two teams, Morgan State, just because like they sent us home last year.
They did.
They sent us home, and just to see like some of the guys I've been around, like Doc, like that was his last game. Tywell, Miles, like see them send them home. That hit home. But obviously Norfolk State, I feel like just a rivalry. I talked to Coach Taylor Lewis. He was like, we love like Hampton, we love that rivalry, but like the rivalry that like for basketball is Norfolk State. And just to like, I was watching one of the games like a few days ago, and like on the broadcast, ESPN, like the coach said, like it's not a rivalry. Like I've only lost to Howard 4 times out of the multiple times he's played. And like listen to that, like that's crazy. Like y'all didn't go to the tournament for 2 years, but it's not a rivalry. Like how you gonna say that? But obviously probably them because like I just know like the bad blood we have with them. That's probably like the number one on the list for the MEAC.
Yes. Yeah, keep that energy. Because yeah, we respect, but we don't like the green and gold. So definitely always want to get at them. And we hear you, Coach Jones. We can call you out. So let's see. Brian, you got any more? And if not, I got one for you that kind of want to see. So in practice, so I heard Julian Johnson say that he was looking forward to dunking on Blake Harper because of the whole jersey thing. Now, even though Blake has left, I wanted to ask you, do you have anybody that you're looking forward to going against in practice? Like, who do you want to give the business to? And who do you worry that might give the business to you in practice?
To be honest, like obviously everyone on the team, like they're really good. Like they wouldn't be on the team. But I feel like for me, like the two people, but it's also just like it's not because like I don't have respect for them or anything like that. It's just like I've seen them grow up, like in my eyes, like OC and obviously Bryce. I feel like especially Bryce because like he's the leader of the team. So like any chance you get to go at the captain or at the head of the snake and try to get a shot at him, like I feel like that's just gonna make me better if I keep going at him. Obviously, he's gonna get his. He's bigger than me, much bigger than me. He's gonna get his, but also like at the end of the day, it's basketball, so he's gonna have to like try to get me too. So just hopefully him going at him going at me is gonna make me better and get me ready for the season. But also OC, I look up to OC, especially how he plays. Like he's taller than me, but we're pretty much like we're kind of similar, like long and like a lot of energy on defense. So I look up to him and just try to like get little things off of his game to make my game better. So it's probably like also being in the presence of those two. They've seen a lot. They've been to the tournament. They've accomplished things I want to accomplish at Howard. So just talking to them, but also going at them and them going at me, just getting the best of both worlds. Iron sharpens iron. So I'm a firm believer if we go at each other every day, and like obviously the other guys, if they come at me, I go at them. We're going to get ready for the big dance. We're going to get ready for them hard games where it's just us versus the crowd, the refs, and the other team. So I feel like you go at the head snake, you go at the head honcho everyone else is gonna have to follow. And when you do that, then everyone's gonna be a head honcho for real. So just iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, I definitely could see a OC and Jeremiah battle. I see the similarities there because I love OC for his energy, defensive energy. I always loved it. So yeah, I definitely could see that going in practice. So we'll be looking forward to some behind the scenes film, and we've hit a couple of practices before as well. So I'll be looking forward to that. So Brian, did you have any more fun questions?
I'm scared to ask it because I got knocked off the broadcast. I don't know what you hit, the button you hit over there, but yeah. So I did have one. It's because I'm gonna let you ask the one we always ask, so that's yours. But I just want you to finish a sentence for me, Jeremiah. Okay, can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So by the time I leave Howard, I want my legacy to be.
Legendary.
Finish the sentence. Legendary.
Legendary. Yes, sir.
I like it. it.
Okay. That was quick too. I didn't get cut off or anything. That's perfect. I love that. Yeah, that's awesome.
So
man.
I know you brought up Brandon Jennings, and it's like I like and I don't like Brandon Jennings because I grew up in Chicago, so I'm a Bulls fan, and you know he was giving us the business. But mad respect for Brandon Jennings, I would say. But who in the league right now plays like a future version of you?
Drew Holiday, hands down. Like honestly, I got to watch him up close because I'm from Milwaukee. Watch him play, see the things he did for the Bucks, and I like to model his game. Like I have an autographed jersey of him signed. It's hanging in my room. I'm gonna bring that to Howard. It's just motivation. I feel like he doesn't get a lot of respect for the things he does. He's a worker. He does all the dirty things, and at the end of the day, like he's a guy that can go out there and give you 30. But then also he's a team player. He goes anywhere he goes, he's a winner. He came to Milwaukee, he won, then went to Boston and won. So I feel like I'm pretty much like modeling my high school season, my high school career. Like you look at us, like where I went, I won, and then I left to go to a different school and I won there. So I just like to model my game after him. And he doesn't get he does not get a lot of respect. But just the things he does, just the little things inspires me to just go out there and play hard. But that's definitely the one player in the league I just look up to.
I think true hoop fans know Drew Holiday is the real deal. And I'll shout out the host who's not here, E. Wash. He definitely is always lauding Drew Holiday for what he has done and what he can do. So
he does.
I like that. I like that projection, that analysis. So good. Well, now you've had some great answers, and you got one chance to keep this streak going.
Wow.
So we got a major question for you.
Yes,
and there's only one right answer. Who is the GOAT between LeBron and MJ?
MJ.
Oh, wise beyond his years. Tell us why. Tell us why.
I just feel like people say like the NBA is harder now in this generation, which don't get me wrong, it is. The overseas guys, like Shea just won MVP like literally today.
Shout out to Shea.
So obviously overseas, like
breaking news,
getting much better. They're coming over here, taking down some of the top US guys. But I just feel like MJ, the things he did, like I'm a firm believer for you to be great, like you can't really lose in the championship. Like no offense to LeBron, like he got a lot of scoring titles. He got a lot of like he's great too, but I feel like MJ, he's just a go-getter. He does everything. He's a winner. I really believe in like if you're a winner, no one can really take anything else from you. Especially if you have that trademark, that legacy that you left behind of just being a winner. I'm not saying LeBron doesn't have that legacy, but it's also like he has a legacy of losing too. And I think he lost more than one. But like just MJ, and then watching like The Last Dance with my mom during COVID. Like obviously I was born for the MJ era, but it's also just like Kobe wanted to be like MJ. LeBron wanted to be like Kobe, but then LeBron also said he wanted to be like MJ too. So I'm a firm believer, like if you want to be like somebody, that means they have to be the best. And obviously you can conquer the best, but I just feel like LeBron, like there's nothing you can really do to conquer MJ. Especially just he made the game what it is now. Like he made it. Like he walked so LeBron can run. I feel like so. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Wise beyond his years, Chip.
Very.
This guy right here is going places. He's going places. He's going places.
No doubt. Hey, Jeremiah, we really, really appreciate you giving us a little bit of your time. Like I said, you're always welcome, to come on the show anytime you want, during the season, if you want to pop on and talk about, a great game that you had or even struggles or whatever it is, you're more than welcome to come at any time you want. So we really, really appreciate you sharing a little bit of your time. Is there anything that you want to say to Bison Nation just as an outro?
First, I want to say thank you guys for giving me the opportunity and reaching out, allowing me to be a part of the Bison Brothers podcast. But just for the Bison fans, for the Bison basketball fans, I feel like this team and especially our freshman class, I feel like we have probably one of the best freshman class in Howard history. Obviously, in past years, Coach Blakey hasn't really recruited that much freshmen, so it's kind of easy to say. But I feel like we got going, the guys that we have coming in right now, especially in the freshman class, there's a lot of juice to us. There's a lot of excitement that we have to come to Howard. But also just like, we can just go and win. Like, there's no other chance. I feel like I come from a winning DNA from Milwaukee and to the DMV. So I don't like losing. And I know the coaches don't like losing. I know none of the guys like losing. So I feel like this is our year to really put Howard basketball on the map and to shock the world. And obviously, they announced our home opener against Missouri November 3rd. So we're excited about that. Hopefully you guys can be there to come watch and cheer us on. But just expect great things from us. And we're just going to show you guys what we're capable of and just shock the world.
But I'll tell you what, Chip, before you close this out, man, just imagine. This is what we do, over-under reactions. Just imagine the young Jeremiah, wise beyond his years, because he knows MJ is the GOAT, coming off two championships in two different locations. What if he were to walk into Howard and bring us another championship? That's a three-peat, man. Come on now. I've never heard that before, but I think it's possible. I think it's possible. Oh, I'm excited. Ooh. Get your popcorn ready is what they say. Get your popcorn ready.
Indeed. Well, hey, like I said, we know you got graduation coming up tomorrow. Yeah. Congratulations on that. Huge accomplishment. So proud for that. And we're going to end this show like we end all the shows. And we know that you already know how to jump in. And we're going to do it like we always do. You know. Yeah.